I first think we have to start with this is not theater. This is theater artists working in a digital format. So, and I only say that because I think you guys do a great job, but I guarantee you there's a difference. You're all magically delicious in a completely different way in our own art form. So I just wanted to start there for me. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I've never done anything like this. I'm also on the spectrum, so it was like breaking my brain half the time. So it's hard when I know my actors can't hear sound cues when sound cues are characters. Does that make sense? So for me, I was just amazed watching you guys manage things I couldn't manage on my own. That would be the first thing. So that's kind of what I think. What was fun was the craziness of working with artists in different time zones and getting, like, I feel so close to Charlotte, but we've never met, and Bar. So stuff like that is really the most interesting part of this particular. I haven't even met Taryn in person. Crazy. I've never. So to me, that's the most interesting thing to this format is how it can bring a space together from everywhere, and that there's beauty there the most. And you guys did all the work. I just sat there being confused half the time, going, "I don't understand. Make it clear." That's all I did.
Oh no, yeah, that I definitely, yeah, I agree, and it is. I agree with your statement in terms of it kind of being acting artists working in this new medium and all, and the challenges going to that. And I kind of want to add on to what you had said, adding on to kind of the themes and that I had noticed like throughout there are clearly very many, but one of the things that I thought always that stood out to me the most was a theme of commitment. And what I mean by that is commitment to character, to the commitment to the act of healing, and commitment to even the game in and of itself. And to your point about commitment of actors working in multiple time zones trying to work to get this to work together. And I think like I would just say like, were there any things that you saw like both translate from the actors' level of commitment or their own themes kind of translating into their own work? And also like in terms of how like certain themes that may be appropriate for right now in terms of the storytelling, I guess. So
Well, I think it's we're in a time where anything that resonates with you is really important because that means you have feelings, at least in the U.S. And not to be political, but apparently 50% of the country doesn't think I should exist or have rights or not be murdered on the street. So going through that experience while we were also rehearsing this play, and the and this being a respite from that without it being a denial to that is a huge theme, which is what I think Agnes also goes through. I think that what's interesting about setting it in it being a Midwest character and this idea of the difference between being totally self-absorbed with one's own feelings and then having to care about someone else is a huge theme in this piece that I think resonates nationally. You know, at least in our country, which is so awesome to be able to say. um, and so that would be one of the bigger themes. I also think just artistically, what becomes most curious to me is just diligence of, uh, we say commitment, but we don't talk about that committing means just doing, trying being an imperative part of it. And then there are things like the commitment of the company itself and having an ensemble that's open to different types of artists itself is really exciting because we would, Deja, Elon, and Unji in particular aren't necessarily company members, and they wouldn't be in this show unless it was a company that believed in diversity. So to me, that's a theme of the play and seeing people in a different way and seeing love in a different way. Everyone's so cute too. Everyone looks, and you were on my big wall. I have a big wall, so I projected this. I project the show on the wall, so it was like I got to be in the theater. So yeah. Hi, Cynthia.